Yeah. You're gonna have to tell me when it starts, though. Welcome to the Professional Hot Dish Dungeons podcast. I didn't know you started. I thought you were gonna like count me in, you know?
If you want to go.
So, last time, in our last session, Abar and Phil had a wondrous adventure through Dreamland. It's a realm, maybe, who knows? But they met a lovely woman, and I wrote her name down, but I don't see it. Brisbane, yes, that's correct. So they met Brisbane.
When we're better at remembering characters than you.
Yeah, I have it written down, but I couldn't find it. There it is. I should have highlighted it and circled it. And you guys also met Waddle, who was the Dream Tavern Keep. But anyway, so you guys had a great adventure. You conquered some things, and you found some magic liquid and killed a bunch of beetles that you found out to be his pets that were creating the potion to keep his ancestors alive for eternity. And then you were left with the note of Brisbane escaping and promising that it would not be the last time you met. You both awoke in right where you remembered being, right on top of many leaves before Edmund's Tower. And now, as you guys awake, it's a nice sunrise and everything's beautiful. You guys hear the birds chirping in the distance, the gentle swaying of the leaves from the wind. It's just a kind of a really peaceful way to wake up. But as you look around your little camp, you notice that Dimples is no longer among you. So he may have left, he may have disappeared, he may have been eaten while you guys were asleep. You know, maybe he disappeared. There's something magical in the forest. You don't really know. There's just a lot of questions about, okay, I guess there's just the two of us now. But he was always, you know, he was a rogue, shadow walker person. So I mean, he very easily could have just changed his mind and left while you guys were asleep. He didn't steal anything, like nothing's missing. That's one of the first things that you guys check. So, but yeah, as you guys awaken, you can begin discussing your plan.
Well. Well. It's just. Sorry. I came up with that in our dream.
We did sleep, yeah.
Yeah, we did. Okay, so everything goes back to.
Okay, good.
You heal in your sleep too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Full rest, you get all your hit points back. Short
Sure.
rest, it's something different.
Yes. So I get to go up.
Yep.
Health there. Yep, I think everything's
I think that
good.
you can hit that fire icon right there, and it'll regain everything.
Wow.
Yeah, so like all your spells will come back.
There we go.
Boom. That's
Oh, awesome. The app knows all.
Do you have heavy damaging spells? Like, no?
Not yet.
No? Okay.
No.
I don't have any.
You don't have like magic missile or like anything like that? Okay.
No, I think the biggest thing I have is Earth Tremor, but that's everything around me.
Yeah.
Which I still don't know how you got that.
What is the damage on Earth Tremor?
I know,
And how many times can you cast it?
I can cast it like.
Is it a spell slot? Yeah. So I think it's like twice. You can cast it
Earth
twice.
Tremor. It's
Click on it, like you did before.
a 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you're not gonna have to worry about it. I was just curious because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know what you had, so.
We found the tower.
Oh yeah, that's right. The tower. Well, should we continue on with saying something? Okay. So like, can we see all this?
Yeah, so everything is visible. It's early morning, so everything is pretty well lit.
What's in front of us?
Huh? Yeah. So you guys, I mean, like, it's kind of hard deceiving on here because it looks like just grasslands. But I mean, like, imagine this is kind of like if you imagine like tree rings almost, so like because basically this is like a flattened part of like many leaves like on top of him, so that's like massive branches and everything, and this is just to represent like the like the leaves on the branches kind of hanging over you and everything, and there are like sprouts coming from like the base of his tree. But the texture of the ground is pretty rough terrain. I mean, there's kind of roots and vines and there's shrubs all over the place. And when you see Edmund's Tower, it's a little decayed. It's kind of old and decrepit. It doesn't look like it's been touched or seen in a long time. And you don't really see a way in except for the main gate, which is just a very large metal and wood reinforced doorway, probably about like 20 feet tall. So it's large, and you see these two chains coming out from the front of the tower, and they're just like two dark holes where the chains are kind of emerging from, and that's kind of it. So.
Okay.
Is it like a gate or is it like a door?
Gate. So like you can tell that because there's no like doorway.
But is it like
a
can I see
gate.
through it or is it?
It's wood. It's wood with like metal reinforcing it.
Sure. I want to knock on it.
Then age before beauty for you.
Strength before puny.
Strength before puny.
That's good. Okay.
I'll go up and knock on the door.
Okay, I had it on repeat.
Nice.
I'm just gonna
Say this if the top door falls down.
Yeah.
How big is the door?
I said it was about 20 feet tall,
shit.
so it's big.
Hey, listen.
Sorry.
Hold on one second. Sorry.
That's okay. I didn't hear that. Him say that.
He's just like, yeah, it's a door.
I just want this to
I
keep
just
flying.
assumed it was like a castle door. I'm like, okay.
I have it on repeat, but for some reason it's not repeating.
Repeat.
I think you have to hit it to where it's like there's.
It's repeat and shuffle.
So there's repeat.
Yep. Hit
so,
it again.
But doesn't that only repeat once?
So
like that's repeat.
I think that's repeat the whole sequence.
Oh, like the playlist?
Yeah.
And do it that
So
way.
repeat
And then-
just this one,
yeah,
maybe.
just
Okay.
this
I thought it meant like repeat
I was
once,
like,
but
Spotify
sorry.
has that
Yeah,
thing where it's like
yeah.
you can repeat that
The
sequence of
playlist.
the
Yeah.
playlist and then.
Gotcha. Okay, so we should be good now. I didn't hear you guys' conversation because I was trying to figure that out. What's up?
Go knock on the door.
You went knocked on the door?
Yeah.
1 damage. No. No. No.
Slip
It
and
was
fail.
just falls. It was flat. Ah.
There was a nail sticking out of the door. Yeah. So when you knock on the gate, it's a big, hollow, empty room behind it. You can hear like the echo just kind of like booming through the entire tower. And when you do that, through like one of the holes, you hear kind of like a scurrying, and you see a little white weasel peep his little head out of one of the holes, holding on to the chain, and he just kind of looks up at you and squeaks. And he's like, squeak, squeak, squeak. And then he runs back into the hole and runs back inside.
So he held on to the chain or just ran
no.
through the chain?
Yeah, he was cause that's what he was crawling on, kind of.
okay,
So he's wormed his way out and then squeaked at Abar and then turned around and ran back through the hole.
Did you see that?
Yes, so he did. Well, there are 2 of these chains.
Am
So
I super out of frame when I lean forward like that?
No, that's fine.
just sit.
Yeah, I
Just,
could
like,
just
pass
sit
it the
up.
whole time?
Yeah.
Well, should we pull on the chains?
Yeah. I'll take this one and you take that one, knowing he can't do it. I'll take the left one. from my
Okay.
left.
Okay. So you guys are just gonna pull on him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
do you have anything you can help to pull? Do you have any like, spells or anything?
I'm trying to think.
Mage hand, pull 5 pounds. I'll lift the chain. How big is the chain? Is it like ginormous?
Yeah, sorry, I should have been better describing that. But yeah, so like as you go to lift the chains, you realize that they're like, each link is like 30 pounds.
Oh god.
So these are extremely heavy chains.
Okay, so then maybe not.
Yeah.
Hey Bar, knock on the door again. Let's see if we can get one of those weasels.
So I want to go over here. I'm gonna go over here again. I'm gonna. Is where I'm standing in the door. Where's the hole? Is it like right next to me? Pretty
So
close?
I mean,
Or is it,
but
higher up?
like I said, because the door's 20 feet
Sure,
tall,
that's
so
what it
wide
is.
is going to be like 10 to 15 feet. Wide is going to be probably like 10 to 15 feet. So it's a very large door. But on the side of it Yeah, so probably, you know, if you're sitting in the middle of the door, each hole is probably like 8 feet away from you. So they're not close by.
Because what I want to do is I want to befriend the weasel to help us get inside.
I'm just gonna grab onto it.
I was going to use animal friendship to befriend the weasel to help us get inside the door.
I'm still okay. Since I'll knock on the door again,
Hey.
right here.
Okay.
Screech, screech, screech.
He runs back inside.
Dang it!
Bill!
I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, I was swinging my
Yeah,
nose.
the way he squeaked at you was as if he was saying, you know, cut out the racket.
All right.
People live here.
This is a community.
Yeah.
So can I attempt to lift?
No
lift the chain?
solicitations.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can attempt to lift it because you guys haven't technically lifted. You like picked up a link, right,
Yeah.
and realized that they were heavy. So, I mean, Abar's very strong. So,
Yeah. I want to try to pick up. I'm worried that like it's not to lift with one.
What, in one person?
Like one chain pulling it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's like it's think of it like pulling like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not- it's gonna-
One goes the other way, one goes... Yeah.
Abar will try to pull one and see what happens.
okay.
So can I roll for strength?
Yeah, I don't have my thing in front of me. Yes, I do. It's right here. Okay. Sorry.
Oh. Ooh, 10.
Yeah, so you can pick it up and move it, and you can you know, describe how you do. Is it a heroic like hoist, or is he just like meh?
I'm gonna try to pull it like grab onto it and like pull it backwards, walk backwards with it.
Okay, so when you pick up the chain and you start to pull it, it makes a lot of rattling sounds.
Yeah.
And you notice, like, from the treetops above you, you see a lot of leaves, like, falling and bustling. And falling on top of you are 3 parasites that land. These are not the same beetles. These beetles are very bulbous and round. They're black in color, except for the tip of their butts you can see are, like, gold and amber, as if they've been sucking... Huh?
Yeah, that picture.
Yeah, so as if they've been like sucking sap out of the tree. So you can kind of see like a picture of it here.
Okay.
So I can show the camera.
Cool.
But so it's got like they have little legs coming out of their chest, and you can see they have big mandibles where they use to suck the sap out of the tree, and they've fallen near you.
Good job. Good job, Abar.
Phil, do something. I'm doing all the work here.
But okay, I forgot to mention though, you were able to pull it back, and when you did so, while still holding on to it, the door opened a little bit, probably like just a couple feet.
Ooh.
So and if you're still holding on to it, so you'll have to say you want to let go and stuff too. But.
Okay.
Okay.
Are they? Hold on a second. You do your thing.
Okay. I don't know what else to do. So I'm just gonna like look around and because I've noticed that he's done the door too, right?
Yeah, that it's opened a little bit and everything.
I mean, there's a whole lot of commotion going on.
Yeah.
So what I think I'm gonna do is I don't know if I want to lure them away.
Do they look threatening? You look luring.
I'm not doing that.
Do they look threatening? Yeah, they're like 5-foot tall beetles full of like gooey sap, and like they have giant mandibles, and they're like.
Hey, Artemis, calm down. Roll it up. Okay. I will.
It's like, are we going to engage in combat?
Are you gonna protect me?
Well, sure.
Avar will drop his chain and
Okay.
attack the one to the left.
When you dropped the chain, it hit the ground with a huge thud, and it went reeling back into the building, and the door slammed shut. And then you did what now?
I'm gonna swing at that one.
This one?
Yeah.
So you turn and swing at it. Okay, go ahead and roll. Well, yeah, you can do this, and then it'll start initiative.
Okay.
Oh, so we can roll for initiative right now. Oh, natural
20. Okay.
Explosion.
Watch it.
Let's see. So roll the dice for us. How do we do this?
So yeah, you definitely hit.
15 damage.
15 damage. Where's the HP? Okay, so when you killed him, as you clearly did with the nat 20 hit, so if you want to explain how you like cleave into him or whatever.
Sure.
So
Me dropping the chain, I'll immediately go for my axe and I'll just swing around and slice him in half.
Okay, so you like
Slice them like
horizontally?
horizontally.
Okay. So
my
as
swing.
with your deep, heavy minotaur swing, it cleaves into the face of the beetle, crushing its exoskeleton and guts spewing out of the side of its crust. It's like, when you get to the back end, you do notice a little bit more drag, kind of where like that sappy color is,
Sure.
and the sap explodes out the back side of it and just covers the ground in this like really glowing, sticky goo. And it is on your axe now as well. And now you need to roll for, it's a saving throw.
Oh.
Yeah, so, because you're within 5 feet of the beetle. So,
Okay.
and I'll explain it once you kind of.
What's my saving throw?
It's gonna have to be, I'll say dexterity.
A dexterity saving throw?
Yeah, or I'm sorry, where's like I had like a thing in front of me last time and I don't remember what it was. That kind of helped me decide which things you should save against.
Yeah, those are your saves. Your saves are the 6 abilities.
Yeah.
So that's what you get to choose from. When we do something, it's a ability
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
Which is those, whatever, how many.
I just can't remember which of the saving throws there are, so I just need to have the sheet in front of me so I can see it. There we go. Okay. So yeah, a dexterity saving throw.
19.
19?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you evaded it, but you noticed when when some of it splashed on you and it's like ridiculously sticky. Like it's like impossible to remove from whatever surface it touches. So
Initiative?
yeah, initiative. Here, let me roll as well. What'd you guys get?
21.
Okay, so Jordan's first.
14.
Brandon, and then
Hey! What's with you? Shh.
I should do this to where is it? Like, don't lock screen. Always on.
okay, so Jordan goes first, Brandon's next, and then the Beatles. I'm sorry, Abar, then Phil, then the Beatles.
So this one is dead.
Yep, that one's dead. Sorry, I can remove it. But I wish I had something to like kind of represent, but there is like there's like a I suppose I can do that. There is like a puddle of sap here now.
Okay.
You know, just open the door. Or just let it be open. There's no cats over here, so just leave it. This is too loud.
It doesn't sound too loud to me, so.
She'll work again always.
Okay.
Oh, wait. My turn
Yeah,
again?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought they'd
It's
get...
progressively louder. It's the lawnmower gets progressively closer.
Can I... It's like super sticky, you said, but my axe is still okay?
I mean, it's on your axe, but like,
Sure.
it's like spattered onto your axe, you know?
So I'm going to turn around and swing at the other one.
Okay.
Ooh. Go away.
You're just stuck with it.
13.
13. Okay, so this one when you hit,
Those two hit. Do I hit its AC?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was about to explain. So, sorry, 1 second here. Sorry, I had notes written in here from our encounter with Brisbane, and it was just on the wrong page. So, but with this one, when you turn around to swing, and with your foot just like nicks a little bit of like the sap on the ground, and you feel your foot kind of stick a little bit, and your axe like it pulls you back a little bit too far, where like your axe swing where you had originally calculated, and it just barely misses, and it gets slams right into Many Leaves' head.
Oh no!
He doesn't feel it. Yeah. He doesn't even notice.
Ooh, tickle.
Yeah. I mean, he's massive. Right? So, and then now it's Brandon's turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know that it's sticky, so maybe that's something that you want to tell me.
No.
No. Okay. All right. Nice.
Well, and I don't know that there's enough time. I mean,
Yeah.
because the combat is
It's
like
all going
seconds.
on at once.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I guess I'll turn to face this one. And
Okay.
what I'll do is I'm gonna take my longsword and I want to stab it like in the head.
Okay, right through the head.
Yeah.
Okay, roll the hit.
Ooh.
Not a good time.
Plus three.
What am I doing? What's it for?
Long sword. Over.
It's not gonna hit.
Oh, come on. You do plus 3.
No, it's a plus one.
Oh, it is.
It's a plus one. So, what do you mean 3 doesn't hit?
Okay, so when you lunge your sword forward, it kind of like hits the carapace of the outside of the beetle's head and like scathes right along the outside. It does create a minor cut in like the shell, but it doesn't create any injuries for the beetle.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm about to die.
All right. So the beetles are they're going to actually move more towards like the gate, and they don't.
Pull it out.
And they don't attack or anything.
Okay.
That's their move?
Yep,
They can move kind of slow.
they're full.
They're full.
Yeah, I mean they're like I said, they're like really bulbous and stuff. So
Okay. So
They-
they
they
move
can-
that way.
yeah.
I think now would be a good time to tell them that it's stuff sticky.
Sticky.
because it is Jordan's turn now too. So
I will go and they didn't attack me. The dead friend is over there. Bleh. I will grab that, or one on the right, and I want to grab him.
okay.
Grapple check?
Why would you do that one?
I want
I
to
have
grab.
an idea too. It's probably the same idea you're thinking of.
You're just gonna grab it. It's
Yeah.
a 5-foot tall beetle, so it's gonna be. Yeah. I mean, this beetle is like this big,
Oh, okay.
and it's like full of sap. I mean, you can try. I mean, but like.
I was thinking,
You're-
I was still in that one.
Yeah, I mean, you moved the chain, so I would imagine you'd be able to pick this beetle up. But I'm just letting you know how big it is. Like you are going to be like encumbered by it.
Okay, then I'll just swing at its backside then. It's running away from me.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't do that. Too late. Oh, damn it.
So I'll give you an advantage though because you're swinging at his backside. It's not really looking at you, so.
That's better. 17.
17. Okay, you hit.
Oh, shit. 7
7.
damage.
Okay, so explain how you kill it.
Just as it's getting away from me, just swing at it again, just trying to cut it open and have it spew everywhere.
Okay, so do a dexterity saving roll.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yeah, this is why this is.
I got this. What is? Oh, wait.
Actually, Brandon, you too.
Oh yeah, 'cause yeah. This is why.
Oh, wait. Oh, stupid thing. Natural 20! So 20.
Oh, natural 20!
Nice. All right. So, Jordan, as you kind of cleave through the backside of this beetle, the juices of its last meal, if you want to call it, spew like an oil spill, like an oil rig exploded, but it's just sap like spewing out the backside of it. And as agile as you two are, you're able to just kind of like evade the goo as it like Matrix style, as it spews over you in a showery way. And it spews in a 5-foot radius backwards. So I guess where do you want to move? Because like
Jump to the right.
like jump to the right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it kind of spews in a backwards manner like this.
Sweet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to grab that one.
Okay. Well, this doesn't help.
I guess I missed it.
Okay.
I have an idea. But I can't tell you the drink I'm go!
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to befriend this other one. I was like, you keep killing the things. Yeah. So I'm gonna use animal friendship.
Is it an animal? Good time.
Yeah. Does it work?
What does it say? Scroll down.
Yeah, I was working on bugs. I mean, you did it last time you tried.
I thought, oh, okay. It's just curious. Sometimes they're
No, it
considered
doesn't- it doesn't
beasts.
say. It doesn't say.
Yeah. Well, because I know monsters are classified as different things. So, I mean, it's just.
Animal
friendship. Go. Okay, well, first off, I can't. Okay, look that. No. I should have this marked. Note to self. Mark.
No, I probably had to save some stuff. I'm an idiot and didn't have it.
207. Bard spells. We've got animal friend. Okay, well that doesn't tell me.
Animal friendship.
Oh, there's the.
The spell is commits a beast that you mean at no harm. Choose a beast that you see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration.
Okay.
So it has to make a spell DC of wisdom. You have to roll its wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Wisdom saving throw for this.
Does that work?
Against Brandon's. Your spell save.
So what do I have to hit?
Your spell save.
It's 14.
14.
You have to roll a wisdom saving throw.
If it's wisdom was not.
Okay,
4
it fails. Yeah.
So then, okay. So now it's my friend.
I mean, you gotta explain how you try to befriend this animal.
Okay. All right. So, having spent much time in the wood as a young lad, I saw bugs a lot, and so I understand that they make some like weird clicking noise. And so I like telling it I mean no harm.
Okay. The beetle kind of responds with like a noise, like that's the clicking noise. That's the best impression I can do. It responds to the clicking noise and kind of starts to meander its way towards you, and it's just kind of like looking up at you. Its feelers are kind of like touching you.
Yes. Good nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
Now what do you do?
Now what do I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think this far.
At this point, I mean,
I'm trying to figure out how to get the chain on him and then have him pull the chain. And then have you pull the other chain.
Well, I have an idea. Do your thing.
yeah. I mean, you guys are kind of like technically not in battle anymore, but I'm gonna leave it there in case something happens. So.
Okay.
Yeah, do your thing. I have an idea.
So can I stick it to its butt and then
You want to stick the chain to his butt?
yeah, so that I can walk this.
Can I grab this chain and kind of pull it out to here?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you were trying to do now. I get it now.
I want to pull that chain out to there.
Okay.
Chain
Yeah.
plus 45.
Nice.
16.
16. Okay, it works.
And as I get out there, I want to drop it or place it on top of the sticky pile.
In the sticky pile.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So when you set the chain down, it just like gets like it sinks because it's heavy, sinks into the sap, and the sap kind of encompasses it, and the chain just like becomes like taut. So like you can see like it's lifted off the ground a little bit even, and it's just like at an angle, and the door opens a little ways.
Okay.
At which point, by the way, the beetle does turn towards the door.
He doesn't have to do what you say. He just wants to. He just doesn't attack you anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't really given like an order, so he was like.
I'm trying to think. Can I just have it like pick it up with its mandibles and then bring it over?
I don't know. Yeah, you can ask. I think the animal friendship is just not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I know.
Anymore.
Yeah. So then, like, okay.
Or if his intention was never to eat you, so then he's just gonna be like,
No, nah. I don't know. Because I can't pick it up.
Fine.
Okay, fine. I'll try to pick it up. Yeah, because that's going to be... Oh, yeah.
Come on, buddy, let's go.
10. Well, you got a 10, so...
I know. You just drag it. You don't.
I don't pick it up.
Okay.
I just kind of
We
like...
got 10. Okay, so I do want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god! Why? Not bad.
15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're fine.
Okay.
I just like pull. I just Oh
Yeah, it's like, this chain was cursed. No, I'm kidding. No, okay, yeah, but you didn't move it. You picked it up and it was like, ah! And it was a little sore afterwards. You were like, yes, I wasn't ready. Yeah.
I think I skipped leg day. I don't know.
I'm all about the fingers, he says. So then I'll go over there in the system then. System is looking.
Okay. Exposed, by the way, this.
Shit. I assist him with a +4, which is 7. Fuck, how'd you roll?
All that charisma.
Yeah.
It's all that charisma, baby.
Okay, so you went over there to help him?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are able to pull the chain. So
I'm gonna pull it to the next other pile.
this other pile? Okay.
Even if it's like too close, I want to just like you can stick like
Yeah.
the rear end.
Yeah. Well, when you moved it far enough to the point where you both would be able to enter now, it's about it's like the doorway is now like 5 feet, so
So
it's up a
we
little
squat
bit.
down.
Yeah, you can squat in a little bit. The beetle, at which point, is like already at the door, and his feelers are just kind of touching the door, and he's just making clicking sounds at the inside.
He just disappears. Alright, go. Let's go quick.
Yep.
Or let's go.
Okay, so
You guys are just gonna head inside.
Gone already, yeah.
This beetle? No, he's just
still
hanging
there,
out
he's
there.
just hanging
He's in front of the door. He's not in. No, he's just kind of like feeling with his feelers on the door.
okay, so then let's just
Can we sneak by him?
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
he's my
yeah,
friend, so
yeah.
I can just walk.
I mean,
around
he's
and
only
see you later.
like I said, the door's like 10 feet wide. So I mean,
Okay.
so he's only 5 feet tall. He has room around
I
it.
go in.
Okay, so you guys enter Edmund's tower.
Yay!
Okay.
Checkpoint. Oh, shit.
Actually, this is backwards.
Like it made a difference.
It does make a difference. Trust me.
Okay, so we're here.
Piles of coke on the floor? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this?
So this is Edmund's drug room. No. Uh-oh. Hold on 1 second.
Ah, really dropping stuff.
I was like, yeah. He's got a lot of salt, or he's got
No.
a lot of salt.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So upon entering the room, you can see the beetle kind of turns around outside the building or outside the tower and walks away. He starts eating some of the sap, slurping it up. So he's eating the sap, and then as he does so, the chains like fling back into like the building, and the door slams shut behind you. But what you see as soon as you enter is a young tabaxi monk crouched down behind these piles of rubble. By the way, these piles of rubble are probably like 10 feet tall. So they're very tall piles of rubble. It's just like debris that's fallen and like parts of the tower that have decayed and fallen down. There's just like kind of scattered all over.
It's a tabaxi.
Oh, yeah, I suppose I haven't told you. So this tabaxi, a tabaxi is like, you know, like a Khajiit in like Skyrim. It's kind of like in the same sense of that. So it's like,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So it's like he's like normal size. So he's like the size of a human, like 5 to 6 feet
Humanoid
tall.
cat, basically.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. And he has like orange garb on, and he has the pattern of like a jaguar. So he's got like a big jaw, neon green eyes, big fangs. He's got big fists. His muscles are pretty tight. You know, like very tall. Yeah, I'm not a furry. But no, he seems well traveled. He has a quarterstaff on his back. You can see like a little bag hanging down, assumingly probably like for money or food or something like that. And he's just crouched down, sitting in front of you with this weasel, and he's kind of like talking to it.
I'm just gonna look at you like, are you seeing this?
Mhm.
Oh, you're looking at the same thing.
Yeah, let me see if I can find like more of like a now you're in a dungeon type music.
I'm gonna go. Excuse me.
Hello.
Hi. We're looking for Edmund.
Edmund? Yes. Sivet knows of Edmund. That's why I'm here as well.
Who?
Sivet?
Who's that?
My name is Sivet.
Oh. So sorry.
Apology accepted. What is your name, travelers?
Well, my name is Phil, and this is Abar. Yes, and we're looking for Mr. Edmund.
Great. What business do you have with the wizard?
Well,
the gnomes told us to come here, and they haven't seen him in a while. So yeah.
That is great. Have you met my friend Dewey here?
Do we? No. Well, I feel like.
I just listen to that.
He turns and he like squeaks at you. He's like,
Wait a minute.
Civet is Civet.
C-I-V.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll just call Civet E. All right. Okay.
Well, this is my friend Dewey. He is a very small creature, but he is very intelligent. He's very smart. He knows this tower well.
Yeah, I think we've seen him before.
Okay.
He was kind of a welcoming committee, you know.
What is that instrument you have hanging on your back?
My lute.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like stuck.
My lute.
You see his eyes kind of dilate and they get really big, and he's looking at you like, "What is this noise?" He's like sniffing your lute at this point. And he's like very intrigued.
It's a lute. It's a musical instrument. You play. You just pluck these strings, and then it like. Ding, 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 ding.
Very interesting. Okay, you guys are very peculiar individuals. Is there anything
I look at Phil and I go,
anything and I can convince you to help me reach Edmund?
I mean,
What a coincidence. You can help us look for Edmund.
Civet needs your help. You do not help.
okay.
I do not help you. You help Civet.
Okay. Well,
Why are you looking for Edmund?
It's a very long story. Maybe over a meal someday when you want to buy me a meal after our travels.
we want to buy you a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Civet gets very hungry. Okay, it's a difficult job being a monk.
Monk. Yeah. So yeah, that monk stuff. What do you do? I don't know. Well, Civet, we can surely help you.
You see a Dewey here jumping up and down and squeaking and jumping in a circle.
It's Dewey okay?
He's very excitable.
All right. How long have you been here?
Civet does not know time very well. When I was practicing in the monastery, we just pray for hours. And by the time hours become days and days become questionable. It's been a long time.
Okay, so you've been here for a while.
Yeah, I'm very hungry.
All right. Well, shall we move forward, Abar?
I look at Phil.
Why do you make bird noise? Does this one talk to? Does he speak to animals too? Do you hear Dewey?
Well, I don't know.
Can I understand? Can I understand Dewey? Abar? No,
Does he have like an ability? I don't know if he has a passive animal speak.
No, I don't.
Okay, then no,
Okay.
it's just squeaking.
So, you can understand him?
I thought magical creatures could understand other magical creatures, but maybe not. I don't want to meet.
Are you making fun of me?
That did not mean any offense. I am just doing my job. So, anyway, I would like to tell you that this tower is apparently very dangerous. I tried to round this corner, but Dewey here, a good friend, stopped me. And I realized that anytime someone crosses around this pile of rubble, it gets disintegrated.
The person or the rubble?
Let's just say the rubble.
Yes.
What gets disintegrated? Sorry, anybody goes past the what?
Anybody who rounds this pile of rubble, it gets disintegrated into dust.
Can I want to take the copper piece I have and I want to throw it, like, flick it over there.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. So as you do so, the copper piece kind of flies through the air. Dewey and, well, first of all, Civet kind of does like eyes widen again, and as he watches the money go by, and he's like, what? And Dewey kind of turns and squeaks. It's like slow motion. And as this happens, a giant like beam of like purplish hued light like flies through the air and just turns that copper piece to just dust.
Well, that looks fun. Yeah. Abar, do you have an idea of what we could do?
Don't be copper.
Thank you. Thank you, Abar, for this wonderful insight.
Maybe your wealthy friend would like to try it around the corner.
I make like an investigation or a perception of how like what is going on, or
Yeah, you can, sure. I mean, you're like taller, so you could probably like peek over the rubble if you have anything reflective. Do you guys have anything reflective? I'm not trying to play the game for you, but I don't remember what your items are.
Yeah, I don't remember what my items are either, so that's probably
I mean,
to ask.
coins can be reflective, but obviously the copper piece is melted. What do you want? Perception, or what are you looking for? What are we doing?
Here, 1 second. What? You don't want it to be investigation? You can roll for perception. He can roll for investigation. It can give you 2 different results.
Okay.
Sure. I rolled a perception 18.
I'll do investigation
Investigation.
roll. Yeah, I know. I don't want to look.
Your investigation is higher than mine.
It's 4.
Oh no!
That's why I said I don't want to look. It's 4.
4. Okay, so you see lots of piles of ash around this corner. So
Thank you.
like just like kind of scattered. And then what did you roll?
18.
18 for perception. So what what are you trying to perceive, I guess?
Trying to see if there's anything I can find that or a way around this. So like, I'll ask.
Because I feel like perception would be more of like awareness of surroundings,
Yeah,
whereas investigation would be like
I'll
looking for something.
I'll ask Sabat. Like,
What are you trying to do? We're trying to get across the room?
Oh yeah, the door is over there. Behind me here, you can see a little break here, and I can see it's blocking exactly what is there, but I can see the door. So take a look for yourself, friend. And then you can see like just a direct line. Oh, sorry, a direct line.
And I guess I'm going.
Yeah, a direct line to the door here. But like because of this rubble, you can't see what's creating that.
and that's what robot is. We can't get around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, these songs are kind of slow. I'm just gonna put this one back on.
So, I want to go over here, and then can I see can I see anything around that at all?
You're gonna look around. You're gonna go around the pile of rubble that you just saw. No, he wasn't on a pile. That just moved.
sorry.
Sorry.
We're all just
Yeah.
behind that.
And technically, you're further back because there's like a break in the rubble there.
Got it. So I was just gonna look over there because I was just trying to figure out what is. My idea is if like the only stuff's getting zapped like here or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
here maybe I can go through there. My idea.
Well, that's where you flip the coin.
Oh, got it.
So that in the
He's
side, it's
going
like,
over there, got it.
yeah.
Okay.
But then you came over here. He's showing you that you can see the door. So that's why because you asked him why he's trying to, like, where the door, or like why he wants to cross the room and stuff. So.
And do we go over there?
Let me ask him. Squeak. And then you see Dewey kind of like squeak back at him and like nod, and then he very wormishly and very swiftly he kind of like weaves around like some of the rubble and like just like goes from pile to pile, and then ends up at the door over here, and you guys can see him through here, and he just is like jumping up and down, and then he goes and crawls through a little crack in the wall to the next room. I might have said something offensive. I do not like rodents. Okay, but Dewey was pretty nice, I guess.
Okay, well, there goes our scout. I really don't know what to do. Let's see.
Phil, you go first.
Yeah, thanks.
What spells do you have? Anything useful?
I'm looking. I have sleep, earth tremor, healing, word, and animal. And then, yep, I don't know what else is going on. So
Can we crawl over the piles?
They're 10 feet tall, but the rooms are like 20 feet high. So yeah, you could.
Can I attempt?
You like peek over it,
Yeah,
kind
I
of?
just like-
Okay. So, and I mean, you rolled a good perception, and we never used it, so I can just let you use that one. But so you kind of reach over, you crawl over the pile a little bit, and what you see on the other side, this corner of the room, there's like a post sticking in the ground, like with a spiked like pole arm, a pole axe basically, and wrapped around it is this like kind of like gooey, bloody, like serpent almost looking, but at the end of it, it's just an eyeball. And it has like the skin wrap, like an eyelid skin wrapped around it, and it's blinking. And it's, huh?
I forgot I made this for
Yeah.
you.
And it's kind of like, look, it's like blinking and like peering around the room, and its eye is very bright purple. And it's just kind of like shiftly like moving its eyes around.
I don't know this. You're at the top. I don't know what's going on.
There's a thing over here, and it's a purple eye.
Purple
And you saw the laser, the coin gun.
eye. Oh, yeah.
It's purple light.
Mm-hmm. Abar's just up there going because I'm like, what do you want, Abar? I don't know what you mean.
Can I grab like a rock or something like that? I want to throw it like over here.
You want to throw it at it?
No,
Or
no,
just
like,
over here? Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Sure. Throw it over
Okay.
there. Anything happen?
No, like the eye, like you can see start to move frantically as it hears the noise, but it doesn't like destroy anything.
I want to throw it straight ahead of me. So just straight forward.
Straightforward. Okay. It instantly a beam of like as it lands kind of like in the line of sight of the eye, it just like it blinks and opens really wide, and its eye glows and just sends a massive purple beam forward and disintegrates the rock.
I was like, I'm thinking to myself, let's just call out to Edmund. Edmund! Shut off your stuff!
Your security system's still on. I want to crawl down the pile, and I can.
Like hide in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
can
that
go
way.
over here.
Okay.
Can I make myself okay here?
Yep.
I want to just go just around the pile so I can still see it. Just like quickly, like.
So you can still see this?
Well, I want to get behind the pile so I don't see it still,
Mhm.
and then I just want to like right in front of me go and throw a rock in front of me.
The rock. Okay, it's instantly disintegrated. Same as before.
I've got an idea. Okay.
You go first.
Abar, throw another rock. I'll throw a rock as well. So we throw a rock at the same time, like
Mhm.
different direction. Like I'm gonna throw it over here, you throw it over there.
Okay, I'll throw my
And
first.
while you
No,
guys,
no. Same time. Same time.
while you guys were doing that, like talking about your plan, you looked over and he's just gone because you
Can I
guys
have a rocket?
can't. You guys, well, you guys can't see him because like this rubble is here. He's just gone. So you realize like, what the?
What the heck? Okay, well let's keep going with this rock thing. I guess.
Okay.
So I'll throw it over here, you throw it over here.
At the same time, and then what do you want me to do?
I just want to. I'm testing.
Oh,
something.
sure.
I'm testing something.
One,
2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, as you guys throw them, there's one beam of light that explodes the closest one, and then the other one kind of falls flat. And as you do so, Civet runs around the corner, and he just like takes his quarterstaff, and he like bashes it on the head. So I have to roll to see if this works, but well, it worked. So he bashes him on the head, and like blood just squirts out the side of the eye, and like it kind of like gets shot down like the pole arm a little bit more.
Yeah.
And right now it's like kind of like twitching on the ground.
Go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll run over here. I'll run over here.
You're gonna run over.
Yeah.
But because you guys don't know what happened, like I'm just kind of explaining it as Brandon and Jordan.
Oh.
But like because you guys couldn't see it, so you guys thought it just worked. So you guys just. You saw one get disintegrated, you're like, we can't both get disintegrated, and so you both
I was gonna say we could throw a rock and then run.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna try. Like, let's throw a rock and then we just run.
And you can kind of hear like Civet like trash talking now. Like you can hear he's like, that's right, friend, you cannot disintegrate me. And he's like yelling.
We just like peek around.
Yeah.
And we just see him like.
Yeah, and he's just like pointing at it and yelling, and he's like hissing at it and like. It's like, I sat there for 3 weeks.
I love that. There's no time, but it's like 3 weeks.
Yes.
So like now we can like.
Can I move to the next pile real quick? Is it? There's
I'm gonna take another rock and just toss it out like here.
Toss it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it hits, it flies through the air fine, and when it hits the ground, a little beam, like a lot wimpier than before,
Okay.
flies forward and destroys the rock.
Okay.
But it's also not as disintegrated. It just kind of like broke it apart.
Okay.
so okay, like all right, same thing. 1, 2, 3. And then we run this way.
And then, so yeah, same thing happened where one rock just fell and clunked, and then and Savet is still just standing over it, like looking at, like inspecting it. He's kind of like looking to see if he can see like any goods around it. And he does notice that there is like a black at the tail of this eye. There is actually like a little black ring with like a green eye on it.
Okay.
And he slides it off the tail of it, and he's like looking at it, and his eyes are like all bug-eyed, and he's just like,
I'm gonna shoot.
he's purring. He's
I'm
like,
gonna shoot a message over to Savet. Savet, what are you doing? Finish it.
when you whisper to him, he drops it, and he's looking around, and his staff is out, and he's
Savet, it's me, Phil. I can talk to you this way. I'm behind the rubble. Just finish the thing. I can explain more later.
I don't think I know Phil. Is there another eye?
I'm the elf, the half elf that's right at the door with the minotaur.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get your name. He puts his staff back on his back, and he's so he puts his staff back on his back, and
I'll run for the. Or do the same thing again. We throw a rock and we'll run for the door.
okay.
Run for the door. Let's go take
Oh,
it.
sorry, I forgot to tell you that he was like on his side. So.
Okay. Let's just go take it out.
You took it out.
It's not dead.
Well, I don't know this. Do I know this? Does everyone know this?
For all, I mean, you guys can see that he knocked it over, but like that's it. You don't. It's still moving. It's like,
And it shot the rocks.
yeah, but it's also looking this way.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you guys could probably know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what
I'm good for that. I think
Savet?
I think he's dead. He left us.
He helped you.
I don't know. I'm high-fiving
Yeah.
Phil. Yeah, woo!
Remember, we helped him.
Yeah.
We helped him.
Yeah.
I will snake towards the door then.
Going towards the door.
Yeah.
Okay. And you just it's like a two-person. It's like a two. What French doors are they called?
Double door?
Yeah, double door. So like you can like open them in, but they're locked.
Okay. Okay, so I'm like, hey, Bart, can you get the door? Just kind of like behind the room.
Can I try to pull it open, wreck it?
You can try to, yeah.
Strength. Oh, fudge. 13.
Okay, so as you grab the doors, you go to like. You're just like pulling them open. Okay, so first of all, yeah. First of all, yes, they are push doors.
I would have tried both. Come
Yeah,
on.
okay. So you can try both. That's fine. But as you do so, like they're like overwhelmingly barred shut. So you're like it's like moving a tiny bit, but like you can feel that it's like something like very full behind it, like it's not moving. But Dewey creeps out of that little crack and crawl through, and he's like giving you an angry face because he's like, don't wreck my tower, as if that's what he's saying. And he's kind of like growling at you in his little weasel growl, which is more like a and then he crawls back into the crack and goes through the door.
Can you get the door?
Isn't it hard to push open, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's locked shut.
It's locked.
Yeah.
Oh. They should have pushed though.
It is a push door, but it's locked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Try to push it then?
Well, you already tried both.
Oh,
That's what you said.
Anyway, it still didn't go, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
got it.
yeah. You could tell it's very heavily reinforced on the other
Got
side.
it. Makes sense.
Hey, Bart, did you get the door?
As you look over, Savet is just kind of like making jelly out of this eyeball. He's just like, I hate this thing.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna shout to Savet, like
Okay.
not do a message or anything,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna just Savet. The door is. Abar can't get the door. Is there anything that you can get the door with?
He walks over to the door, and he looks up
I'm gonna walk over
at
to
he looks up at Abar. He looks at your axe, and he pulls out his staff and he kind of like measures it to yours. It's like, do you want to trade?
No, thank you.
It's worth a shot. So then he takes his staff and he just kind of on the door. And out of the crack comes Dewey and he starts squeaking and growling and he actually jumps on onto Savette and is like crawling around him and he like scratching him and stuff and he's like ah. It's like, Dewey, I did not mean to wreck your house.
Dewey, calm down.
Yeah, so he's right here. He like jumps off and like looks at you guys and he's like
Okay, Savette, ask him if he can open the door.
Squeak. And then like Dewey just kind of like blank looks at him and looks back up at the crack and then like runs up and crawls through the crack. And Savette is just like curiously like staring at the crack in the wall.
So, what did he say? Or he didn't say anything, did he? So I take that he can't get us. He can't get us in the door, huh?
Dewey must have practiced silence when he was in the monastery.
Wait, Dewey's a monk too?
Don't we all start off in monastery?
he's like super sheltered.
No, I did not start in a monastery.
Where did you start then?
Places, my family. I lived in the woods a lot. Anyways, you want to take over a bar?
The woods are very nice.
You
haven't.
You're right. Yeah. So take over a bar. Just get really awkward, please.
Can I make that invest? I'm just ignoring it. Just
Okay. Yeah. Kids.
Can I make an investigation or look for something on the door? If I see anything?
Yeah.
You said the barred door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, these. What am I rolling again? Sorry.
Meanwhile, while you're doing this, Savette's just talking to Phil about the woods. He's like, "They're very beautiful. I walked through them too." And
Yes.
What do you do?
what you're investigating? So do your investigation.
11.
11. So I mean, there's nothing like different about this door other than that it seems locked. But like upon investigation 2, like you can see like there's like a little sliver of the door where it's like a little crack that you can see inside, and it's just like glowing in the other room as though like you can't really tell why, but there's just like a goldish hue glow in the other room. Like the hole's too small for you to like see the actual room. You just see like the lighting kind of emanating from the ground.
Meanwhile, Savette and I are talking about our
Yeah,
favorite trees.
he's like, yeah. It's like I've climbed birch trees.
We're just talking about trees. Oh yeah, no. The oak is really hard to climb. But...
My staff is made of a woken oak.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yes, it is. So it's very, very sturdy.
This lute is passed down from family to generations, and it's made from very ancient wood.
Ancient wood. His eyes kind of like go like really wide again, and he's like staring at your lute, and he's like, ancient wood.
No, this is a family heirloom. So.
Well, I was just appreciating its beauty, okay?
I just hugged my lute very closely.
Yeah.
Can I get a hand over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on, Ambar? What's going on, Ambar?
And as you guys are kind of talking, he like goes back over to the eye, and he's like, you see him like, he like kind of digging through the mush to try and find that ring he dropped.
What's he
We
doing?
don't know you got the ring.
I'm asking you. What's he doing?
I don't know. Go ask. How many people are on the door?
You're just pulling
I'm
on
gonna
it.
walk over there. Savette, what you doing?
There was a beautiful black ebony ring with a emerald in it, and I just wanted to. I mean, there was nothing. I just really hate this eye.
Okay. Well, do you mind if I help you?
No.
pick it? Oh.
You did not help,
Look
Sibet.
for it anyway. See if you can see it before he does.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I just take a look at the thing with you?
Sibet is very proficient, so you can give it a shot.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of.
Roll.
I don't know what I'm looking
Yeah.
for. I'm just gonna rummage around.
Roll for investigate.
Okay.
Okay. Action 6.
I'll roll 2, and we'll see who wins.
Ooh.
What'd you get?
17.
Okay, so as you're rummaging through, you kind of feel something solid in the middle of this gelatinous goo, basically, that is now what the remains of the eyeball. And there's like your hands are tingling from touching the goo, by the way.
Okay.
So like just
Tiger ball.
yeah, your hands are kind of tingling a little bit, and you notice like they feel strong, but they're just like tingling a little bit. You feel a solid as you're kind of pulling through it. You pull it out and you unveil this. And I don't remember, maybe I didn't tell you to print this out. I think I did though, but it doesn't matter. So basically, you find it's an ebony ring. So it's like, and it perfectly fits on your finger.
My finger. Okay.
Yeah, if you decide to put it on. I'm just telling you, if you decide, if you decide to put it on, but and there's there's an emerald in it, but it's like kind of like a gradient emerald, so it's like yellow on the outside and fades to like a really rich green, and there's like what appears to be like the eye of a raven kind of etched into it.
So I'm gonna look at it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna, I'll put it.
You put it on. Okay.
Yes. I'll just be like,
The wonder?
I'm like, because I'm like, look at it, I'm like,
Yeah. And Savet's kind of like pouting. He's like, "What's my ring?"
I put it on there, I just kind of like,
Yeah.
okay.
And as you put it on, you kind of hear a whisper into your ear, from it just out of nowhere. It just like you can't. There's no direction. It's just like all around you. This like quiet whisper, and it just says, "Call the ravens."
I just take it off and I go,
What's going on, Phil?
is there a draft in here?
See if that like licks his like little paw pad. It's like, oh, there is a draft. It's from the big one. He's like, breathe quiet. Phil is trying to learn.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna
Pocket it?
that,
And you can just like feel the power kind of like emanating in your pocket.
So now I have this ring that's got a raven in it.
Yep.
Okay.
Remember that.
Ring. Raven. Emerald. Okay. Yeah.
Savet kind of inquires too. He's like, what did it do?
Not a whole lot actually. It just kind of like, I don't know, it might be this goo, and my hands were kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, my hands are tingly as well.
Yeah, so I think it was just that. It just felt weird. Maybe there was a little bit too much on it. I'll look at it.
Maybe Savet has a chance to try.
Savet, as much as I appreciate all that you've done, how about, what if I give you something else?
What do you have in mind? His eyes are kind of like bug-eyed again.
So I have the short sword.
Yeah, okay.
I have the short sword. Would you like this instead? It's beautiful craftsmanship.
It's very shiny.
Yeah. Would you like that instead?
Where did you get this?
We killed that one dude, but you can say you can lie.
I found it. It was lying somewhere and
The forest.
lying in the forest, and it was I've kept it well, and
I see that. May I take a peek?
oh yeah.
So he grabs it and he's kind of looking at it, and he sees kind of in the hilt an etching, and it kind of it looks like a teardrop almost.
Okay.
But it's kind of like the etching, it's filled, so it's like a filled teardrop. It's not just the outline. And he recognizes it right away and drops it. And he's like, "You say you just found this?"
Yeah.
But this is a short sword?
This is from the guys that we killed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, put the tavern right away. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.